Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King Classic and our Holy Paladin. Today, I think we're going to queue up for the Daily Heroic, and then we're going to go do some dailies out in the Argent Tournament area. Apparently we have a previous daily that we never completed that's still in our log. Let's find that and abandon it. Gundrak. That was the night I actually got into Max 10.
I am honored. Good luck.
Proof of Demise Mel Gannis. Oh, this is, wait, what is this?
Be careful.
Oh yeah, the Culling of Stratholme. Ugh. Okay, is there like a portal somewhere to the Caverns of Time, or... I feel like there must be. I really don't want to do the Culling of Stratholme, if I'm being honest. That is not at all what I want to do. Let's just queue up for a random heroic.
Today our world's destruction has been averted in defiance of our very makers.
They're gonna grab me for Culling of Stratholme. Let me delist.
Algalon, the observer, herald of
And
the
let me
Titans,
uncheck culling.
by our brave
There we go.
comrades in the depths
Now
of
we're
the
good.
Titan city of Ulduar. Algalon was sent here to judge the fate of our world. He found a planet whose races had deviated from the Titans' blueprints. A planet where not everything had gone according to plan. Cold logic deemed our world not worth saving. Cold logic, however, does not account for the power of free will. It's up to each of us to prove this is a world worth saving.
You can't get away from this voice acting, can you? It all plays out no matter your proximity once it starts. What I realized the other day was that I think I have to complete this in order to do TOC. I think I have to complete this quest chain. And I haven't done it yet because I haven't gotten on here frequently enough to do the dailies, because it turns out it's kind of hard for me to enjoy doing the same exact quest every day. Like, you know, you gotta go get the bricks and the lumber and the wood, and that's all fine and good, but for some reason I have trouble making myself get on and doing that stuff. I love running around and doing stuff in the world in a while. What I don't like is running around and doing the same stuff every day, it turns out. It seems like it doesn't matter whether it's dailies or their modern equivalent world quest, which is the same thing as a daily. Yeah, it's like I just have a problem doing those same ones every day, doing, you know, running the route. If it was like a pool of quests, let's say there are 15 quests and like every day you do 4 of them. That would be great, because then there'd be variety to every day. I feel like maybe once I progress enough, I'll unlock more, but that I don't think that means it'll be different. It just means there will be more for me to do every day. But yeah, I am going to try to get this done so that it's done, that we've at least proved ourselves up to the challenge. And because what I realized was that, and since and keep in mind, I've been disconnected from Wrath for a long time because I've been playing a lot of vanilla hardcore. I realized that TOC is out, but I can't queue for TOC. And that must be something to do with opening this area up. But I don't remember that at all from original Wrath. I don't remember having to do these dailies to get that opened up. But, you know, that was over 10 years ago, so it's possible that my memory has slipped. It's interesting that there must be a lot of healers because, yeah, we've been in the queue for a minute and nobody's doing 5-man dungeons here in Wrath. That's what it seems like. Okay, so yeah, we have to do some of these. Let's come in here and see what they have for us. Let's actually get into our DPS spec, shall we? That would be a great idea. I wonder how the DPS will be if we just stay in our healing gear. That could be interesting.
What brings you here?
Hello. Till next we meet. What brings you here?
Alright, let's do these ones first. Let's get these adjusted if we can.
I am listening.
I like them up there when I'm healing. I wish I could have two different layout profiles in the default UI. One for healing and one for soloing.
Elune adore.
There we go. Okay, let's see. That's right. We first need to grab a weapon, right? Is that what it is? Most elusive quest to me in the game is this, because we've done it twice now. You'd think I would remember where the weapons are at, but the fact of the matter is I keep forgetting that it's in my bag. That's the fact of the matter. But look, I got myself there. I talked my way to it. It's a good thing I haven't been able to do TOC. I obviously would not be any good at it. Rambles, equip your lance. Rambles, that's not your lance. You know, I can see how it would go. Okay, we need shield, block, and or bust, and then we need charge. There we go. Shield, bust, and then charge. And then we need shield, bust, and then we need the range. What is the ranged attack? Oh, we just keep hitting it with this, right? Yeah, okay. I get why they have you do this every day, kind of. In a way, it's building muscle memory, because you're absolutely going to have to do these things. So yeah, I get it. I obviously need the practice. That's the sad part. Heals your mount can only be used out of combat. See, I have trouble getting out of combat with these things. There we go. Perfect. We don't have to kill another horse today. Oh, it's on a minute cooldown. We might have to kill this horse. Yeah, we had to. It was unavoidable.
I am listening.
Okay, let's put our weapon back on. Maybe we could stay in our healing spec, but maybe we use our two-hander? Nah, let's just go back and do our full heal set. Okay, let's go kill our daily scourge. I forget where Classic Dungeons ranked on the poll. Blizzard had sent out a poll the other day asking people what their favorite endgame, or favorite activity, just favorite activity in WoW, I think it was phrased. And Mythic Plus was at the top. Classic Hardcore was 3rd. Dragonflight Raids was like 7th, but I don't remember where Classic 5-Mans was at. Let's see if I can find the poll. Wrath Classic Dungeons was last, with 1% of players choosing that as a favorite activity at endgame. Wrath Classic Dungeons, 1% of people who voted. Now I see why I'm sitting in the queue still. I definitely, it makes it tough, man. It makes it tough to try to partake in an activity that you know that's how people feel, and then you kind of realize that you sort of feel that way too. You know what does it for me? I just want to be able to jump in the looking for dungeon tool. I want to be able to look in the dungeon tool and just get placed in a group, and then I want to get teleported to the dungeon. That is what I want my... these, suffice to say, Holy Pally DPS, well that was good. If we just spammed Exorcism, that could be okay. Yeah, this is not working out. We are going to have to put our DPS gear on, unless we just... I mean, we could probably never die, you know? We could probably never die. But this is, it's not gonna work for me. Oh, a seal could be good. What do we want to put up for a seal? Let's go here. Okay, that might be a little better. Okay. Right. Remembering how to play the class is a good start. Okay, so that wasn't awful. That wasn't awful. What if we do this? All I'm trying to figure out, guys, is if I can ditch my DPS gear, like in my bank. And if I can get by doing dailies without having to carry over my DPS gear, that would leave me so much more room in my bags. It'd be incredible. And so that's what we're doing right now. Because my DPS gear is absolute garbage. Okay, most of it is actually tanking gear anyway. So if I can just go around like this, then I might do that. Might be a little bit slower. Okay, what we'll do is, now that we've got a feel for that, let's go ahead and go back into our DPS set. Yeah, unfortunately still much faster kill rate, even with garbage gear. Okay, we'll just have to commit to trying to build out our DPS set somehow. I hate rolling on off-spec stuff in a raid that's like a pug raid. I love taking off-spec stuff when it's like a smaller group or a group of people that I know. But in a raid when I'm already getting like a ton of stuff for my main spec, I really hate grabbing more stuff from my off-spec. It's just like a personal point that I don't like to go past if I'm already being fed a bunch of gear by complete strangers, you know? You guys are probably like, no, take the off-spec gear. No one else is it's gonna get disenchanted. So that's what you're probably saying, and you're not wrong. Is Questy not showing the objectives because I don't have it tracked? Or did I not grab the quest? Oh yeah, we didn't grab them. Robert starts doing the circuit, realizes he didn't grab all the quests to do the circuit, has to go back and grab the other quest. We can turn this one in while we're there. We're up to 12 aspirant seals. It seems like we're getting, what, maybe 1 or 2 per quest? So we might be able to finish that today. Having might up would also be awesome. This is definitely what happens when you're not on a character for a while, consistently enough. But yeah, nobody wants to do 5-mans in Wrath Classic. I wonder why. Is it because at endgame, when people already have to be social with their guilds and social with their pug rating, and probably social with their hard mode 5-mans, people don't want to have to do more work to get a group together for a 5-man dungeon. They don't want to do more work. And yeah, reaching out to people in the queue, throwing them an invite, explaining what run that you're looking for, that's work. You believe it or not. I mean, you can deny it, but it is. It's actual mental and physical effort combined for a purpose, and that is like basically a definition of work.
Time is money, friend.
People don't want to do it. They want to put themselves in a queue. They want to keep doing what they're doing, whether they're a tank, a healer, or DPS. Nobody wants to be the one who's standing there, stopping what they're doing, putting the group together. No one wants to be the one to stop what they're doing, to run out to the stone, to summon, while the 3 other people keep doing what they're doing. Nobody wants to do that, and they shouldn't have to do it. We had our faux vanilla Wrath experience, and now Blizzard, you can go ahead and put the LFD tool into the game. And then that 1% of people who like doing Wrath Classic dungeons will go up. It will go up. And that creates what's called engagement. And you can make a big announcement out of it. And do it when you drop. This is what's going to happen. They're going to put the LFD tool in the system when they drop the Ice Crown 5-mans.
How may I help?
The Forge of Souls, I forget the other ones. You know, the ones that started giving, like the last boss started giving an epic.
Good luck, friend.
Yeah, they're gonna drop the LFD tool then, and that's how they're gonna pull a bunch of people back. But it's kind of like so distasteful and rude to stand on this made up high horse and just refuse to give it to us any sooner. It's like, they're like, LFD ruined the community. Well, guess what? You can't go back in time. If the community got ruined, then we are the same people playing the game. We're ruined. I guess we got ruined and didn't know it. So withholding the LFD tool now from the game, I mean, that's not going to make people better. People have already experienced the LFD tool, and they've already wrapped their heads around it. There aren't a ton of new people to WoW playing Wrath of the Lich King Classic at endgame. There just aren't. And so yeah, I mean, saying that the looking for dungeon tool ruined the community, whether or not that's true, not giving it to these same people now is not going to unruin it. You know what I mean? Does that make sense to anybody else? I don't think it makes people any better when they have to communicate. Because when people want to do something really asshole-ish, they don't communicate. When someone wants to kick you from a raid because of your gear score, they're just going to kick you. You're going to be standing in the instance with 25 people you don't know, watching the countdown that's going to send your ass to the graveyard because you don't have a 4,800 gear score. Not having an LFD tool does not stop people from doing that. Same thing with 5-mans. It doesn't stop people from just kicking you. People do the same shit. At least when you have the LFD tool, if you are someone who gets kicked, or you're someone who like has trouble finding a group because of your gear score or your spec or your class, you can just find a group. You're not going to be discriminated against by people. For whatever reason, whether it's your gear score, your class, your spec, you're just going to get put into a group automatically when it's your time. And if that's not good for the community, I don't know what it is. If letting people do content isn't good for the community, if helping people do content isn't good for the community, then I don't know what it is. But forcing humans who really don't want to interact that much to do so isn't working, because 1%, Blizzard, 1% of people enjoy doing Wrath Classic dungeons. We're a healer. We're still in a queue here. We've been in a queue for a while. I'm willing to do any dungeon except the daily. Nobody cares. There's no reward. Even the hard modes, nobody wants to do them. Just saying. So yeah, that's a little bit of how I feel. We're back here in Dalaran, guys. We are back here in Dalaran. And we could go down and do these quests. You know, we could do that. What do you guys think? This will put some spice into the comments. What do you guys think about the LFD tool? What do you think about my negative rant that I just went on? Tell me more about that. Ah, the no-fly zone. Don't fly over the city, fly around it. Yeah, no, I mean, it's an unbelievable number. 1% is an unbelievable number. So 11,500 people, which to be fair is not a lot of people, firstly. But yeah, 1% of 11,000 people like doing Wrath Classic dungeons. Man, when Wrath was first out, I loved just running heroics, farming badges, getting all my off-spec gear, getting everything I needed from the vendors. Getting my heirlooms. Yeah, I loved it. I spent tons of time doing it. And so, yeah, when I get on here just trying to do a heroic, because I'm in the mood for a 5-man and nobody wants to do one, it's kind of insane. If we had LFD, I bet I'd be in, as a healer, I'd probably get queued in 2 minutes. I don't need to see now, the thing about this, what we're doing here is I don't even know what we're doing. See, what are y'all trying to do, someone says. What do you mean, what are you trying to do? People are throwing groups together completely silently. They're not whispering, saying, hey, you want to do this? Hey, you want to do that? Like we do in vanilla. They're not doing that. They're just looking at who's in queue. They're right-click inviting really quick. And then, look, maybe somebody will ask what to do. This is the leader asking what we want to do. If the leader doesn't have a plan, why are we doing this manually? Why are we forming a group manually when my leader doesn't have a plan? What gives emblems and won't immediately murder me? Right, there you go. This guy wants to do a dungeon. Mean Jack just wants to do a run, you know? He just wants to tank something. He doesn't want to decide what to do. He doesn't want to reach out to the people and put them together. Mean Jack, our tank, he was sitting in the queue hoping somebody had a plan. Still no one says anything. Amen to that, says Tiny Pain. The warlock that just wants to do some uber DPS. And like, I'm just not going to say anything. And that's not helpful at all, but that's what I want to do because I want to keep doing this until we're ready to go. Because that's how I want to enjoy the game. Then I want to be placed into a run and then we know what we're doing, right? When we're automatically put into a dungeon, a random dungeon, it tells you what dungeon you're in. You don't have to talk about it or decide. You know, you don't have to spend that time on that. If you want to chat, you can chat about other stuff. Not trying to figure out what you're going to do. Here, I'll answer the question. Anyone locked to V? No, I'm not locked to anything. There, I'll help out in that way. I'll provide information that might be productive to someone who's trying to come up with a plan. I've never seen this quite this before, where a group comes together and literally no one seems to want to do anything specific. But I'm sure this is how it is. So we're going to Violet Hold first, which unfortunately does mean that we all have to fly there. Now we all have to stop what we're doing. Not only do we have to figure this out through this conversation, but now we have to go there. And I'm fine with socializing. I just wish if we were going to chat, we could just do it about other stuff, and we don't have to do it about figuring out what we're going to do. I think that would be a better experience. And this rant may sound negative, but this is me kind of like, I feel defeated about Wrath a little bit. And I feel like there are easy things that Blizzard could do to make it more enjoyable for people and make people actually want to play it. And the biggest thing they can do is just put the LFD tool into the game right now. Hey, at least we get a parachute. It'd be funny if they just let you go splat. I think that'd be hilarious. Because, like, look, there's lots of people on. It's just none of them want to do any 5-mans. And it could be about, like, it could be about the loot quality in 5-mans too. Or maybe it's something about the hard modes that people don't like. You'd think with the hard modes that, people would be into it. I've only done a couple of them myself. We need to, before we go into this, well, we'll have time. There's a little event that plays out. We'll have time to switch our spec and stuff. Probably. We'll probably have time. And I have a soulstone. Perfect. See, that's the thing, is like I don't really want to do dailies. I want to get on and I want to queue up for dungeon after dungeon after dungeon. If I want to play Wrath solo and it's not a raid night, then that's what I want to do. I want to farm badges. Can we clicky the thing? Can we please click the thing? Look at the gear scores in here. We're not clicking the thing. Well, okay. We got ourselves up to 4155 just from that next one. We went from 38, I was 3,800, up to 4155, so pretty huge. Okay, who do we have for the first boss? We have the ethereal guy. Don't really remember what he does. Is this the guy we have to kind of kite up and around?
Business. Now, to execute
I don't know if I've ever taken this guy on prior to 10 years ago. Yeah, I think this is the guy we used to kite up this way with the orbs. Does he have purple orbs?
Freedom must be
Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else.
intriguing. A high quantity of arcane with latent energy.
Yeah, there's something going on.
Prospect.
So yeah, we're staying away from the purple things. At least I'm going to stay away from the purple things. I hope that everyone else does as well, because I have a feeling that they're deadly. I think we used to kite these up and around the stairs is what my group used to do. I don't know why we did it that way. Kiting them out here just seems fine.
This is an unrecoverable loss.
I don't think we're supposed to let that guy go that way, so I tagged him. Okay, next up we have a Levanthor. Giant two-headed fire dog. So I'm gonna assume stay out of fire. Don't stand in front of the breath. I guess there's probably a fire breath of some kind. He has 2 heads. What are the odds that neither of them shoots a fire breath? Just saying, if they don't, it's a big missed opportunity. Pretty sure that's fire on the ground in there.
A valiant defense, but this city must be razed. I will fulfill Malagos's wishes myself.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We finish this now, champions of the Kirin Tor.
Dispel. Dispel.
Perhaps we have underestimated.
And that is, as they say, that. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna wrap things up here for today. Seems like a good stopping point. We got some badges, did a couple of dailies, didn't finish the dailies. Again, I don't have a huge interest in the dailies. I clearly need to get them done to the point where we open up the next phase of that area. But yeah, we have plenty of time. I'm not in a big rush. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, we had a little bit of a negative rant for a while. I apologize for that, but sometimes I feel like it's important for me to express how I feel, especially when I feel strongly about something. And when I saw the 1%, it just triggered me. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. Take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we'll see you back here again very soon. Bye for now.